So tips about searching through the Polkadot SDK. It's not super fair because I'm just so familiar with the SDK. I know where things kind of are. But if I was someone who knew and I wanted to navigate this space, the first thing I would do is try to understand at a high level the different palettes inside of Frame. So if you go to the Polkadot SDK, there's a substrate folder, then the Frame folder, and then you'll see a bunch of folders of different palettes. And you don't need to know deeply exactly what it does, but there's one called balances. You can kind of guess, okay, this is where I manage my token balance. There's one called a referenda, which is probably about governance, right? There's one called multisig, which, I mean, it's about multisigs and account signing. So I kind of have an idea already of like, okay, these are the different features that were already implemented. Now let's say I want to know, how can I transfer a balance? Well, probably I can go look at the balances palette on the tests there and see, okay, that's how you do it, right? These are the APIs to use. I might want to say, okay, I want to generate a new account. Well, I might go look at the multisig palette, because multisig palette, I know at a high level, is all about aggregating multiple accounts and making a new account that they can represent. So somewhere in that code is probably generating a new account. I know if I want to do some kind of, voting system or some kind of like state machine, referenda and the governance system might have that there, right? So that's a good starting point. And then from there, it's reading the code. You definitely, if you're watching this video, you are familiar with Google searching. And I hope you know it's an art, right? Like if you're in this course or you're doing this stuff, you're probably pretty good at finding what you want on the internet, right? Adding Reddit, adding, certain search terms, adding the site : the site you want to search. If you ask, someone who's not as technologically adept to do a search, they probably don't get the same quality results you do, right? So there's no replacement for experience and knowledge, right? But I do think that, if you use the same kind of cleverness that you do when you approach, doing other kinds of searches in the web, you'll be able to find the answers you want. And the best thing is that the important thing to understand is that it's unlikely you're the first person to want to do something, right? Especially the most basic kinds of blockchain stuff. So probably Polkadot does have an example for it. Look for it. And if you can't find it, ask for help. We have a lot of different forums and communities where you can go and ask for references for that content.